All right. So first off, we're going to talk about how much you've improved since last year. I think you need to pay attention to that first. You're softer on him. You're more relaxed. You're using your body more. Really pay attention to the difference between you cantering around here on Crash and you cantering on Gus. Right there, you picked him up and corrected that shoulder also. I really want to see that with Gus. You just kind of set stiff and rode Gus. So here you're coming around slow-mo. You're softer, your legs longer. Really think about this with Gus. You're riding that hind end. Here he starts to drift in, so you automatically pick him up. Remember to open the door on the outside. You can do the same thing with Gus. Move him over, and then go back to riding that body. You're also riding Crash on a longer rein than you are Gus, and that's pretty impressive. I want you to get to that point with Gus. I want a longer rein on him. Rounder body, drive that body through his bit, but you've got to give him some rein. Hang on, we're all blurry. I think we're going to ride around one more time. There we go. Again. There we go. Now, just look at yourself. Soft. You pick him up. You correct him. You look good. Very, very nice. Now, the jumps. Before we get to them, I really want you to, we need to get a lot of exercises with ground poles. He's doing much better than last year, definitely, but he's still popping looking at the jumps. We need to get him more confident, you more confident. See, there's like that hesitation over each jump. Now, we're going to talk about this lead change. That should have never happened. Again, I want you to focus on riding over the jump. What lead you want your horse on when you hit the ground. You have done so much equitation. That stuff should be like just, you shouldn't have to think about it. You should be able to think about riding your horse and how you want your horse to be to the best of your ability. You need to be able to keep that outside leg on to hold that lead, or switch legs and hands to change a lead over a jump. So here we go. That first jump was okay. Like I said, there's still a lot of hesitation. We need to talk a lot of pole work down the road. Poles between jumps, before jumps, not just jumping a course. So again, you look pretty good, but when you come into this jump, you got to think about your cadence and your speed now. You should be holding it. See, you almost want to lean back a little bit there. And right here, so you check him. We got to stop that habit. You should be checking him 5-6 strides before, and then count those strides, get your rhythm, and ride right over the jump. He looked at that jump, so you're kind of checking him. He's like, ah, and you guys pop it. We need to get rid of that anticipating something's going to happen right before the jump, or adjusting your speed. You have to trust it. So we're coming around. That's your lead change. But again, if he wouldn't have popped that jump and you would have been concentrating on keeping the right lead, you would have kept more left leg on, and you would have never had to switch that lead because he would have never changed it. So we're coming around to the last jump here. Again, you're starting to want to be a little brazy. See how your body kind of goes up. Just relax, breathe, count your strides here. You should be thinking 1, 2, 1, 2, no checking, steady, but you checked, and then right over. Change the lead again because you were thinking about checking him instead of riding him over and paying attention to where you wanted to go after the jump. All right, so let's watch this round again in regular speed, I believe. We're going to get there. But again, relax and breathe. I really want you, I think, again, I can't say this enough, You can ride. Your equitation is fine. You need to stop worrying about what people tell you. You've got it. It's been drilled in your head. You need to start riding your horse and working on fixing your horse. Like, this is practice. I get the whole riding a course, but there's a lot here that I would have rather you focused on a particular jump and worked on confidence over it, worked on poles around it, worked on it until it was nothing, instead of focusing on quote unquote a course or height. When we watch this, the more height you add, the less confident he becomes, and then you become with him. So this is the same round. You look good, you look good. Right here's where you should be checking your speed, but you wait until here. I want to change that. And then he pops it. You don't think about that outside leg. He swaps leads. Alright, you're going to come around one more. There, that one was much better. Alright, so we'll go on to the next round. This round will have a little more problem. This is going to be the one where he refuses. I really think that this refusal, he was just not sure about that jump. You guys didn't spend enough time introducing him to it, or not introducing him, letting him be comfortable. You added height. And I just don't think he's ready for height all the way around. Yes, height a little bit here and there.
Oh.
Pops that one. He didn't know what to do with it. That would have been a good one for poles. And then he slams on the brakes. So this one's good. You pick him up. You should have adjusted that speed long ago. He liked that one because there's that pole in front of it. I don't think he's ready for just straight up jumps without help yet. He doesn't know how to gauge it, and you're gauging it by pulling him up like right before the jump. So here we come around. This is where you should adjust your speed. So there's no ground pole in front. He should have a ground pole like here, and maybe even here, and here, and then the jump. He comes right up, he looks at it, kind of pops over. You didn't have anything to focus on ahead of it either. And then you're sitting back, he's staring at that jump. He's ready to give you this. Good job riding that. Again, that's where on that jump, I would have made it smaller, I would have added poles, and I would have trotted and cantered around that until there was no more refusal, and then went back to my height. Just going around and around on this course doesn't teach him that. He's still popping. Again, I would have focused on that jump. Alright, so here's our last round. Too much height. He doesn't know what he should do. He should have had poles in front of that. He's still worried about that. Adding the pole on top just made him pop it. Again, just because he went over doesn't mean he went over correctly. Let's watch you guys do this in slow motion. You're sitting back anticipating. I know I have a slow motion here, don't I? Maybe I don't. Alright, so again, too much height, no poles. You sit back, see, you almost pull him up, and then you guys pop it. One more time.